High in the Himalayas, in the summer of the year 2000, His Holiness the Dalai Lama traveled to the monastery in Spiti to give the complete Kalachakra teachings to thousands.
In the time of the Shakyamuni Buddha, King Suchandra from the land of Shambhala traveled to India to request from the Buddha the teachings of the Kalachakra Tantra. Kalachakra, therefore, has a special relationship with one particular land on this earth. From King Suchandra, the lineage has been passed down through a line of 7 great kings and 21 Kulika kings, beginning with Manjushri Kirti. In the coming of the 25th Kulika king, the special connection that the people of this earth share with Kalachakra will be strongly manifested in world events.
In Shambhala, according to the Kalachakra Tantra teachings, the continuing lineage of enlightened kings guards the highest wisdom through those times when spiritual values in the world outside will be lost in war and destruction. The higher meditations of the Kalachakra Tantra were highly secret, but because of past and future events, there is now a tradition of giving the initiation to large public gatherings. The Dalai Lama talks about Shambhala as a model for enlightened society, whose code is the Kalachakra Tantra teachings. These teachings also have an effect upon anyone who makes the effort to receive them. So if you relate yourself to the Kalachakra teachings, then you make some karmic connection.
Hello.
His Holiness the Dalai Lama is the current holder of the Kalachakra lineage, and here presents the complete teachings of the Kalachakra Tantra.
The myth of Shambhala is embedded in the stories and legends of Tibet, including the Kalachakra Tantra teachings. A mystical land that lies in the far north, invisible to most, a land of bodhisattvas and Buddhas. From Shambhala, bodhisattvas reincarnate in the form of wisdom and compassion to bring all sentient beings to enlightenment. Suchandra, an emanation of the bodhisattva Vajrapani, who, with his various emanations, serve as the intermediaries between the Buddha and ordinary human beings in the transmission of the Vajrayana doctrines. Suchandra propagated the Kalachakra teachings throughout Shambhala. The 8th Kulika king, meaning one who bears the lineage, Manjushri Kirti, is said to have initiated 35 million seers into the Kalachakra mandala. He also composed a tantra of 5 chapters with 1,047 stanzas called the Kalachakra Tantra. Later, Kulika Pandarka composed the great commentary on the Kalachakra Tantra called the Stainless Light. Another 800 years after Kalika Pandaka, a Muslim invasion weakened the kingdom, this being in 624 AD. Nevertheless, the lineage of Kalika kings continued, such that the Indian master Chalupa from Orissa traveled to Shambhala and became an expert in the Tantra and in Kalika Pandaka's great commentary. 60 years after Chalupa's return, the Kalachakra Tantra was introduced into Tibet, this being in 1026, and quickly gave rise to a flourishing tradition.
Although Shambhala is a place located somewhere on this planet, it can be seen only by those whose minds and karmic propensities are pure. The Buddha taught in accordance with the predispositions of destiny existing within the practitioners. For the average person, he taught the paths of the Shravaka vehicle and the Pratyeka Buddha vehicle. To the practitioners of the purer karmic disposition, he taught the Bodhisattva vehicle, that is, the common Mahayana or great vehicle. For the few with the highest faculties, he appeared in various forms, sometimes as a monk and sometimes as a tantric deity, and taught the three lower of the four classes of tantras. In the highest form of deities, embodying the inseparable union of method and wisdom, he taught the highest yoga tantra.
The Kalachakra plays a vital but ambiguous role in Tibetan Buddhism. On the one hand, it's conceded by most traditions to be the very pinnacle of the Buddha's teaching. Its eschatology, with its discussion of the role of the land of Shambhala in a future Armageddon and revival of the Dharma, is widely accepted and considered to make it especially important to the present degenerate era. Therefore, the Kalachakra has become the one Anuttara Yoga Tantra whose initiations are given to large public gatherings, most notably by the Dalai Lama.
In the mythology of the Kalachakra, the Wheel of Time, the Bodhisattvas and Vajracharyas responsible for the transmission of this unique Vajrayana Buddhist tradition are a colorful group.
Myth and history meet and mingle in the Kalachakra, and many of the elements in this mixture are amenable to more than one interpretation. In other words, Buddhist proponents of the Kalachakra may accept a given portion of the following account as representing both an actual historical event occurring in the world and as an allegory symbolizing a yogic process occurring within the practitioner of the Kalachakra. The symbolic nature of the Kalachakra's history is due to a special correspondence set up between the historical drama occurring in the macrocosm of world history and the spiritual drama unfolding in the microcosm of a person's religious transformation.
Because these teachings were given by mystical manifestations of the Buddha to those in a mystical state with a purified karma and perception, it does not matter much whether or not any specific tantra in question was expounded during the life of the historical Buddha. Yet, in fact, the Root Tantra of Kalachakra was set forth by the Buddha during his life. The Paramita Buddha was taught by the Buddha 1 year after his enlightenment. It was the full moon of Katra, March or April, the first month of the year in the Kalachakra reckoning. It was the time for the conquest of Mara, called victorious over the three worlds. To the front or east was the full moon, to the back was the sun, to the left or north was Rahu, the head of the dragon, or the ascending node of the moon. To the right or south was Kaladni, the tail of the dragon, or descending node of the moon.
The Kalki, the lineage king of Shambhala, binds his hair locks on top of his head. He wears a sacred headdress made out of dyed lion's hair and a crown marked with the symbols of the 5 Buddha families. He wears the costume of a universal emperor, and fortunate people are able to obtain the good path just by seeing or touching him. In the form of Kalachakra, the Buddha stood on the Vajra lion throne in the middle of the great mandala of the sphere of Vajra, Vajradhatu, the abode of great bliss. He was absorbed in the Paramati Buddha, Kalachakra Samadhi. Inside the mandala, he was encircled by a host of Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, wrathful kings, gods, nagas, and male and female deities. Outside the mandala were the disciples. These included the 96 satraps of Shambhala, headed by the requester of the Tantra, King Suchandra of Shambhala, an emanation of Vajrapani. The entire 3 realms, the desire, form, and formless realms, saluted the feet of the Buddha and Bodhisattvas. Demons and gods made copious offerings of divine flowers, food, music, and so forth. Representing the entire assembly, Satyanandra miraculously entered the Dharmadhatu mandala, circumambulated the teacher, and offered jeweled flowers at his feet. He saluted the Buddha again and again and sat down before him with folded hands. Satyanandra requested initiation into and instruction on the Kalachakra Tantra. In Tantric deity yoga, the mind realizing emptiness and motivated by compassion is used as the basis of emanation of a deity such as Kalachakra. The compassionately motivated wisdom consciousness itself provides the stuff of the deity. At the same time as it is appearing as a deity, an ideal person, altruistically helping beings, it maintains ascertainment of the absence of inherent existence of the deity. Thereby, the two collections of merit and wisdom are accumulated simultaneously, the two aspects of compassion and wisdom contained within the entity of one consciousness. Action Tantra also entails the practice of a range of outer rituals, including a series of particular hand gestures, mudras, sitting postures, asanas, and recitation of various mantras to be performed in conjunction with the practice of deity yoga. The Vajra is the first given to the student as a symbol of the exalted wisdom of great bliss. And then the bell is given as a symbol of the wisdom realizing emptiness. These two, great bliss and wisdom realizing emptiness, are to be generated as one consciousness, the great bliss consciousness itself, realizing emptiness. That great bliss wisdom consciousness itself appears as a divine body called a great seal divine body. That the consciousness itself appears as a deity, and the ascertainment factor continues to realize the emptiness of inherent existence. In this way, the factors of altruistic method and wisdom of the final nature of phenomena are contained in one consciousness. The Vajra, representing bliss, is associated with mind. The bell, although representing the wisdom realizing emptiness, is associated with speech, in that the wisdom realizing emptiness is the dominant condition, giving rise to a Buddha's effortlessly and spontaneously teaching whatever is appropriate to whatsoever trainees. Also, the emptiness of inherent existence is the main topic taught through the speech of all Buddhas, since it must be realized. And that realization must be enhanced with altruistic method to bring about the state of perpetual help and happiness of Buddhahood. The sound of the bell is considered to proclaim the meaning of the emptiness of inherent existence. The great seal, representing a divine body, is associated with body. Thus, the three pledges of Vajra, bell, and seal are concerned with body, speech, and mind. By taking the initiation, the students pledge to be mindful of such great bliss, realization of emptiness, and its appearance in divine form through holding Vajra and bell and crossing them at the heart. As the circumstances of the first teaching of the Kalachakra indicate, this Vajrayana system is closely connected to the land of Shambhala. Shambhala lies north of India and the Himalayas. It is north of the Spiti River, the Tarim River in East Turkestan. It is a land of tantric adepts, and its geography reflects this. Shambhala is shaped like a giant lotus having 8 petals. The outer perimeter of the entire lotus is formed by a circle of great snow mountains. The capital of Shambhala, Kalapa. Its palaces are made of gold, silver, turquoise, coral, pearl, emerald, moon crystal, and other precious stones. Kalapa blazes with such a luster that the full moon is a mere pale disk overhead. The light given off by the mirrors on the outside of the palaces is so bright that night cannot be distinguished from day. The thrones inside the palaces are made from the finest beaten gold and from the gold of the Jambu River. In front of the thrones are crystal-looking glasses that allow one to see far into the distance. On the ceilings are special circular crystal skylights that allow one to observe the palaces, gods and parks of the sun, moon and stars, as well as the rotating celestial spheres, and even the zodiac, all as though they were right in front of one. Surrounding the thrones and the palaces are lattice-work screens made of sandalwood that exude fragrances that scent the air for miles. The Sandalwood Pleasure Grove is between the two lakes, and in the middle of the grove is the mandala circle of Bhagwan, Lord Kalachakra, which was made by King Suchandra. The mandala consists of male and female deities, and it is fashioned from the 5 precious materials: gold, silver, turquoise, coral, and pearl. This mandala is 3-dimensional, square, and 400 cubits in breadth. To the outside is the body mandala. It is square, has 4 entrances, 4 portals, and is adorned with 8 charnel grounds.
The mind mandala is half the size of the speech mandala. It is square, has 4 entrances, and is adorned with 4 portals, and it is enclosed by 3 fences. The gnosis circle is half the size of the mind mandala. It is beautified by 16 pillars. The 8-petaled lotus is half the size of the gnosis circle, and 1/3 of the lotus is its paracap.
As for the meditation of the Kalachakra Tantra's creation stage that ripens and matures the mind for the completion stage yogas, 3 Kalachakras are taught. Outer or external, Kalachakra constitutes the elements of the universe in which we live. Inner or internal Kalachakra constitutes the psychophysical aggregates, sensory and psychic capacities of the living being. Other or altar Kalachakra is the path of the creation and completion stage yogas that have the power to purify the above 2 Kalachakras.
Outer Kalachakra is generally explained in the context of this planet Earth. When one meditates on the mandala of Kalachakra, inner Kalachakra is seen as the body, face, hands, feet, etc., as well as all the surrounding deities of the mandala, conceived as symbols of the stars, planets, and constellations. From this we can understand that Kalachakra has a special connection with all the people of this planet.
Kalachakra is a Sanskrit word whose literal translation is wheel of time, Kala time and chakra wheel. Rich with detailed descriptions of cosmology and astrology, the time and space human beings live in, and human physiology and psychology, the Kalachakra Tantra articulates the way in which they are interrelated and how they can be purified and transformed into an alternative, perfected world of Buddhas. Tantric practices, very advanced techniques, which make possible the attainment of Buddhahood within a single human lifetime. Thus, the universal vehicle can be said to incorporate the individual vehicle and go beyond it, while Tantra may be viewed as the path which incorporates both and quickly brings its followers to the highest evolutionary potential of human life, Buddhahood.